pretty done and dusted. Like, there are always scenarios where, like, with big wombo combos that you do have available with the Samira and the Orianna, that just comes from, like, the innate power of Shockwave. It does feel like a situation where if you carries get behind, if Fade or Prince doesn't really get going, no one is going to kill Zeus in front-to-back team fights. It's just not happening. Like, I don't see a way in which you reliably kill that Sion. And then you're not only facing down Teddy, but also, as we already talked about, like, super consistent poke, which you can kind of alleviate, right? Like, you have the Orianna shield, you have the Gragas who can tank a lot, and then you have the Blade Whirl. But if T1 ever gets a lead in this game, I am very worried for Left Sandbox. So what they need to do is, like, find early game leads, really make it happen early on.
The next one, as a Spear, is going to barely miss Fate there, and by barely, I mean it was a decent margin. As OnFleek does choose the right skin, however, is not going to be able to help Effort here, who does have to flash away, and he's going to get double scuttled here by Owner by the looks of things, as this ward is going to be cleared, but not going to be able to get towards this river. Carrier, he's still looking around, just wanting to make sure that everyone's gone home, as Owner looking for the spear. Summit walks back though, but still, it's looking real rough. There's the cast, because Summit decides to go the other direction, but Closer's lying in wait. And he's going to get the bad news pretty soon. There's the Paddle Star. He's still looking to be frustrating, but there are more sparkles for him to take. And Closer's going to grab first blood this time.
And that level 6 hit here.
Yep, Effort going to go in with the Dredge line. They just wait it out once again as he's burning down. There's the Killer Instinct, but Effort is going to survive for the moment.
First game, and then you see Teddy, and you're like, oh no.
Alright, there's another cast, because Zeus is going to flash out of the way of OnFleek and Summit. The train is going to leave for a very short while, but he's now going to go over and help with this Rift Herald instead. Owner in position, Carrier rotating over, but, you know, he's going to go home. There's OnFleek coming on down. This could be a 50-50, actually. That could be quite scary, as it does go over to Owner by the looks of things. Does pick up the eye there as Carrier decides not to go home, actually. Instead, he wants to grab some kills as Effort and Fate going down pretty low. OnFleek should be falling here as well, as there's the Shockwave. It's going to take down 2 in an instant, and OnFleek survives. That's a great pulverize, though, as T1 are looking to try and answer back. Carrier will answer for his sins as Effort trying to walk his way out. Not sure why OnFleek decided to come back, but he did, as Closer looking for Summit now, who doesn't have a lot of mana left and can't actually body slam to slow Closer down, and Closer's going to say thanks for the double buffs.
He's going to get the drive-by as dive on Fate.
In the meantime, Fate is looking to fall down here in the mid lane. That's a hit spear that time around. Liked it, as Carrier is going to get the trample onto Effort, but the Dredge line comes back. Bubble is going to stop anyone from being able to get out of there, as in goes Owner, and Closer grabs his 4th of the game. Goodbye, Mr. Udyr. That's exactly what T1 wants, so just a dragon fight is all they really need. Good belly bop there for an interruption, as Owner is snuck into this brush. Let's see whether the spear is actually going to connect, as the train's going to come through, as there is the cask. It's going to bring on Owner, but I don't know whether Summit's going to survive this one. Owner gets under the turret. Somehow that spear is going to connect as he flashes forward.
It's a bit unfortunate as OnFleek. Something else to say about that.
Yeah. He's trying to be relevant, as there's the Shockwave. Verdant Barrier, thank you very much for that one, as OnFleek's going to get Paddle Starred, now has to flash away. The Ignite still ticking down, as Prince trying to get the autos, trying to get to that S rank, as that's a great Death Charge and Dredge line. This is high octane top laning right here. Look at the health bars. They have gone slightly down. And now Zeus is moving out of the way. Effort is now going to turn up to add also minimal damage to this battle. There's a Nidalee on the way, does get a double knock-up. That's another double knock-up there from Zeus, as Prince is finally going to get here. Soul Furnace comes in, you can see the dive through from Owner, immediately takes down the Nautilus. Zeus is still just tanking up the ultimate from Prince. Shockwave comes through, lands onto 3, but it's not going to stop the double kill from landing. Somehow, Teddy gets a field goal through the middle of these two, as the bubble is going to connect onto the Orianna, but not able to get another Paddle Star down. And that was comical. Damn, Zeus is so tanky.
It's high-octane gameplay here, Atlas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and this is, like, you can't approach. That's the problem. You're going to get hit by something. And this is feeling like Zeus' Nard game, but instead of playing Nard, he's playing an actual tank, and it's even funnier than it was back then.
Forgotten that Teddy exists, and he's going to take an inhibitor turret in the mid lane. Teddy's had a very slow game today. Sort of secret agent Teddy right now, as OnFleek is going to get a pounce out of Closer, as Effort just going to get popped. Yep, Teddy pops on over. He's like, all right, I'll just take that one. Thanks for the ticket out of here. As now On Fleek trying to chase them down, but in comes the train. Prince could be in trouble. That was some sick drifting, actually, out of Zeus to get him here, but Inhibitor Turret now being occupied by Live Sandbox. Oh my goodness, the Blade Whirl didn't really do enough there. As you can see, the Udyr just going to die. Not a lot of options right now, as I believe the bubble did connect. Summit is still going to die. Voidseeker picks that one up. All you, Teddy, all you. As now it looks like T1 are actually just going to push through for the win. They've taken enough of these kills. They've had enough of this game. It's a 10,000 gold lead, and T1 are looking so strong. However, not going to take this next Nexus turret. As you can see, teleport back immediately by Closer. As T1 do have some lower health bars. Oh my goodness, look at the poke.
Yeah.
That's crazy. These bubbles seem to be homing. Somehow that spear connects onto On Fleek, and he just dies as a gift. Over to T1. Into the backline goes Carrier. Effort is going to be cleaned up, but does manage to interrupt the decimating smash as Teddy finds the backline. Blade Whirl's just going to be waited out. That's not going to find anything there. Fate on the Shockwave, and now Summit's just going to be gunned down. And T1, they just wanted one more team fight before they won this one. The Dragon's still available, by the way. But no, the Nexus is more important. This last Nexus turret would have been taken down by minions. And now Fate finds himself on the fountain without a hope or a prayer. As of course it goes Carrier. Throwing his life away. Oh my goodness. Teddy locks that one down with the Acathian Rain. And there goes the Nexus. T1.
Done from the back of Summit and Croco. Then taking one of those two players out is, in my opinion, not really worth it. Another game where, yeah, you just... And yes, this is Udyr, but they super hard prioritize the Udyr, like time and time again. And no one can do that besides Prioshik and maybe Kayn, but Kayn is a freak of nature that can play anything in the jungle and makes it look super broken, so that's not really a fair comparison.
True.
As a whole...
Yeah, no, that's not allowed.
This is the first time, I think, that we've seen T1 look super good, but Live Sandbox is a team against which I think you should look super good.
Thank you very much, and we are here for the final analyst stats for the week, and T1 was able to sweep out Live Sandbox with a very cleaner performance for Game 2, and T1 wanted to sneakily carry game, and Live Sandbox actually wanted to find the late game team fight power. With the Orianna and Samira, Live Sandbox definitely wanted to fight in the later phase, but they also have a sharing point. So Udyr was in their jungle. I think this is maybe the 15th time that we mentioned this. Udyr is a champion that snowball with the priority from the lanes, but I'm not sure whether we have to put it like the champions mattered, because I think T1 just outplayed the opponents with their mechanical skill. Looking at the draft in a vacuum, well, there was no specific lane or role that kind of had a better matchup based on the champions. I think this T1 played better. And Live Sandbox, well, they played Camille top in Game 1, and I said, well, Sion could have been a lot better. Well, moving on to Game 2, actually, Live Sandbox was the one locking in the Gragas, and T1 answered back with Sion, and I can tell T1 actually paid more attention to complete a well-rounded comp. Compared to game number 1, I think T1 has come back as a whole new team moving on to game 2, and they kind of dominated this game up against Live Sandbox. Let's take a look at the first highlight where we had a huge fight breaking out around the Herald. The fight started off with Zeus outplay. He was in a trouble, to be honest. I thought he was gonna die over here, but with that ultimate he was able to shoot train away from the danger. And Nidalee, I can tell he was praying for Zeus rather, to survive there, because Nidalee is a champion that cannot put any damage as soon as the teammates start to die during the laning phase. And then massive Zoe play coming out from Carrier, which reminds Victory of Kuro when he was a professional player. Zoe loves this kind of teamfight when there are a lot of spells dropped on the floor. And Closer really was able to take a huge step ahead with that teamfight victory. And Closer, after that, was able to kind of bully and just dominate the lane after that point in that game. Today, I think Closer was able to stand really strong in the middle of T1. And T1 snowballed really fast, so let's take a look at this mid turret dive onto Fate. Hex flash, walk, not flash, hex walk onto Fate. So Fate saw it coming, so he actually cleared the wave with his ultimate, but already too many members of the side of T1 was committing in for that turret dive. And we saw the power of Alistar. He can kind of pull off any turret dive he wants. And then another multiple kills picked up by the T1 players, which allowed them to get ahead by a huge margin. Maybe if Live Sandbox tried the side lane comp, they could have played around the side lanes in order to kind of deal with the situation. But this time around, they actually went for a teamfight comp. So they were not able to buy enough time in order to make their carries to get scaled. And the POG will go over to Closer with that phenomenal Zoe performance. 6-0-7 is the final score line. And CC score 29 means he landed 29 Flippy Trouble Bubble in that game. Zoe, her W got nerfed, and that was pretty critical actually. However, Closer Zoe was something different. He actually was able to kind of dominate the lane up against Orianna from the get-go. And this is one of the signature pick for Closer as well. He used to be very well known for his Zoe performance from the beginning of his LCK career. He was able to win lane, and then he was able to exert a lot of dominance during the mid-game skirmishes. Closer Zoe was actually started to get ahead from the beginning, and also his teammates as well. They were having a very easy and smooth sailing game in Game 2.